Hello everybody and welcome on my YouTube channel. You are with Alendris and I'm really happy to be with you today to discover the future of Heroes Charge. It's on the private Facebook group from today. So Raymond is one of the guys in the staff of YouCool and you can read like me his message. Dear leaders, nearly 1 year from the last EV update of content and it's now time for us to add some features for you. I'm revealing today the preview of the patch who should be released officially in May 2017, so it's not exactly for tomorrow. We have 1 month to wait, so we are waiting your comments below to know if we have to modify some points or not. Thank you by advance. They want our feedback. I hope that they will listen it. I already quickly read this patch and it's a crazy, some modifications are really crazy and we will discover this patch together. So let's begin with the new content. First point, level 110. We already listened about it from sometimes already and it's now official. It will be in 1 month more or less. I hope it will be more because I'm still not full XP for my heroes for level 106. So we will see. And also second point, I hope that the scaling of XP will be not so high than before because if they keep the same progression, we will be level 110 in more than 1 year for players who are already spending a lot. Second point, chapter 20, normal, elite and red. Okay, nothing crazy. If it's level 110, they unlock also chapter 20. New items who will allow heroes to grow up till yellow +2, new color after red. So it's mean now we'll have red 2, yellow 1 and yellow 2. So a lot of new items. Unfortunately, I don't see these items at the moment. I will show you the screenshot as far that I will see some items. New important point, new XP items, banana and pineapple who will be available in Rana's shop. They will cost respectively 1 million for 5 and 10 million for 5. Price look really expensive, but in according to the stack was really ridiculous for XP right now, perhaps that the quantity of XP will be really high, so why not? We have to wait and see, like I tell. Next point, we were expecting it from a long time. Server merge will be activated. Players from server 150, 51, 100, 150 and so on will fight together in Arena and Grand Arena. We hope that it will add some actions in a dead server. So 50 server, it's pretty high. I think it will be really difficult now to reach some interesting rank in Grand Arena and Arena. Even with the GMT and the whole diversity of GMT, it will be difficult. I also hope that they plan something special for new servers, that they will be not inside this mechanic, because if not, they have absolutely no chance to fight with one guy with 50 server upper than them. Next point, server migration. They change the cost of the server migration. It will be still available up or down. $100 per server to migrate up and $50 per server to migrate down. Now it costs a lot of money to migrate. I think in according to the server merge, they don't want to have so much migration, and that's why the price is like prohibitive. Last point for this first part of the patch, an additional 6 stars will be added for all heroes in the game. This last star will cost 300 soulstone. It was not planned because we asked this question a lot of times and they told no, we will not do, and finally they are doing it. So I'm happy that I have a stock of soulstone on my characters, because 300 it's really a lot, and unfortunately for players who spent all their soulstones, it will be difficult to grind even 1 more stars. So second part of the patch, let's discover it. So let's discover together the second part of this patch with a new feature, Well of Happiness. Players who want to test their luck will have this opportunity. Throw some gems inside the well and receive amazing rewards. So 500 gems you will get 1 till 5 random soulstone, 1000 gems you will get 10 till 20 random soulstone, 10,000 gems you will get 120 till 200 random soulstone, and 100,000 gems for people who have no respect for their money, you will get 10 times 300 random soulstone. So it means for 100,000 gems you are able to full 10 of your heroes 6 stars. But it's random, so it means players who have this amount of gems have already crazy amount of soulstone. So perhaps they will throw these gems for nothing. They can get 300 random soulstones that they already have and finally get 0 benefit. So I'm not sure about these features. Second part, improvements in according of the server merge who should slightly increase the difficulty to get rank in Arena Grand Arena. We have increased rewards. So this is a good point. First place 2000 gem instead of 650, I recall you. So Almighty Soulstone we didn't get before, so now we have Almighty Soulstone, 5 million gold and 1000 arena coins, and you can see that it's decreased, and now even players with 500 more in the class mount will get 200 gem, 20,000 gold and 100 arena coins. I don't know about the scaling, and I can't imagine actually the difficulty to get rank inside the arena, Grand Arena, because 50 server it will be pretty hard, and I hope they have the open mind to modify if it's really difficult to get something. But you can see that if you are actually 10 till 20, you will get nearly the same that before when you was getting the first place. So it's not crazy bad in my opinion, but we have to see more to understand if it's a correct amount or not. Third part of the patch, it's now. In Grand Arena, the number of coins that you get is also increased. In according to the difficulty, it's good news. First place will get 3 times more than before, 150 coins per hour, and you can read 120, 190, 80, 60, 50. Now 10 till 20, you will get the same than the first place before, and if you are reading 500 plus, you will get 35 coins per hour with 1 coin more than before, if I remember correctly. So why not? And it will add for sure some huge fights for top position in Grand Arena. We have also decided to increase rewards in guild tournament in according of your feedbacks for the best guilds. So what they change? They change rewards for top guilds, first, second, third, 4 and 5 8. But for 9, 16 and even more, you will not get so huge modification. And what we can see in these rewards, it's no yellow fragments actually. So it's a pity because it should be, I think, and it will be one of my feedback. Let's discover the next part of the patch. One point that I really like, in War of the God, we have decided to apply several modifications. Average rewards were too high and the system was wrong. Players in top rank weren't the best players, but players who were playing much more than others. It's really good because it's totally true. You have some players with a 30% of win rate in a top rank, and in my opinion it shouldn't be, and you will read the rules modifications, but it's actually what I was expecting. So reward modification, first part, we didn't modify the quantity of resources that you get, only the quantity of Almighty Soulstone and colored fragments. No modification for level 1 till 25. For legends they remove 50 Soulstone, 50 purple fragment. They did like that till rank legend 11 till 100, and for top rank they get now little more than before, so it means it will be harder to get this rank, but you will get also little more benefit. Rules modification now. Players who are now legend can go back to level 25 if they don't reach at least 100 fights in the end of the month. It's 1 point to force players to play. It's not huge to do 100 fights in the end of the month. It means 3 fights per day. Why not? Actually, most of players were reaching a legend, and after they was stop playing or playing eventually 1 match per day. So now they can't do that, and they have to do at least 3 matches per day, little more, if they want to keep their legend rank. I will read for you probably the best part of the patch right now. Players with a ratio of win rate under 50% won't be able to go inside the top 500. This is the first part, and the cherry on the cake. Top ranked 500 will be ranged in according to the win rate, and in case of equality, the number of trophies will decide who will be the best. It's totally nice. So it means now, if you want to be in top rank, you have to play at least 3 times per day, 3 matches per day, to have your 100 matches at the end of the season, and to have a win rate, a proper win rate, to get an interesting rank at the end of the season. Why it's really nice in my opinion? First point, it killed all players who was exploiting the system in War of the God and who was sharing their victory, because you was winning more trophies than you was losing by match. So for example, if I'm doing 1 lose 1 win, 1 lose 1 win, 1 lose 1 win up, and I'm playing especially with one friend all the season, I will be totally high in rank, and finally I'm totally bad and I don't know how to play. So it's not interesting, and the system was like that actually. Second point, you have actually some players who are playing 3,000 matches during one season of War of the God, even more. I saw some screenshot with 20, 25, 30% of win rate, and they are top 50 because the system gives more points that it's removed. So this is not possible in my opinion, and I'm really happy that they go inside in this direction, because now, if you want to be in top rank, you need to have your 100 matches at the end of the season, so 3 matches by day, and you have to play properly with your brain to get more win than lose. So it means it's more competitive and it's far more interesting. One player, for example, who don't have so much time to play, but who will play really correctly, he will have, for example, every day 2 wins on 3. At the end of the month, he will be at 66% of win rate, and he will have a crazy interesting rank, and it's really good because I think you don't need to play 6 hours per day in War of the God to have a chance to get good rewards. Next point, championship. Our matchmaking system was the main source of frustration for players, and we could understand that. That's why we changed our algorithm to remove the random part of these features. Oh, another time I'm reading this and I'm totally happy. In every continent, all players will be ranged in according of their global power, all heroes power. Every continent will have a mini tournament to highlight the top 64. Like in competitive sport, best player will be head of serial and meet players lower than them in terms of power. Hallelujah, I want to tell. Group system will be applied in according to the number of participants in every continent. For players, I think for people who are reading this and don't know the sport, the competitive sport, it's little difficult to understand. But I will give you a concrete example. Actually, if you are playing and if you are watching in your TV the tennis or the football, if you want, what you want in first round, you want that, for example, Djokovic meet Nadal in first round of one tournament, and that the final will be Papa John's against another no-name, or you want to have your best player at the end of the tournament. For me, I have the second part for sure in my mind. And the same thing in the football. If you make in the same group of football of Champions League, for example, you put Barcelona, Real, Bayern, and another big club, I don't know, Dortmund, in the same group, and you make them play together, you already remove 2 of them, and it's totally unfair. And the system was exactly like that actually in a championship. They changed this, and they changed this by the logical of the sport. Simple example, if 256 players are in one continent, the composition of the first group will be the first one in power, the 128 in powers, 129 in powers, and the 256 in powers. It's totally good system. I was, like you know, a professional player of table tennis, and when I was going in one tournament, when I was the best classement in this tournament, I was not meeting the best player in my first group of qualification. It's logical, and it's like that it should be till from the beginning. For this last part of the patch, they are explaining deeper their group matchmaking. For me, it's easy to understand because it's exactly the system who is used in competitive sport. You have your head of serial who will meet two players in the middle of the range and one player in the end of the range in according of the snake method. So you are doing like that, and it's easy to do one matchmaking with fair for all. Like that, player with less power will be still able to shine, but best players will have an advantage. It's true because actually you are from server 120. You will meet one player who is from server 5, for example. It doesn't mean that you are lower than him. Perhaps, and probably, you will have less global power than him. But for your main team, you will be in the same level. So, actually, like they wrote, it was exactly the contrary. Players from old server were meeting strong players, when players from other server 100 were meeting only easy fight from most of them. And I have concrete example about that. I'm from server 4, like you probably know, and my matchmaking is easy to do. 105, 105, 105, 105, only 105, and my lower player is around 250,000 of global power by his team. And I have one friend who is from server over 100, who is VIP 14, also who is nearly like me in a global power, so we are in the same level, but for him, the matchmaking is different. He get level 99, level 100, level 101, sometimes he get one level 104, and for sure, it's easy to reach the top 64 in this condition, when some important players can meet only strong players, and when you are meeting your grandmother in a classement match, it's easy to have a good result. So, in my opinion, this system is really more fair than it was. We will see in fact the result, but I'm pretty sure that it will be more interesting for all. Okay, it's for players who actually were meeting their grandmother, it will be harder, it's true, but it's more fair, I'm sorry. And last point, heroes rebuilt. All old heroes of the game has been rebuilt with decent statistics to make them playable, and most of them has been rebuilt even by skills. Hallelujah! It means perhaps we will see some dual wield in the game, perhaps we will see some professional killers in the game. It's pity that I don't have actually any example to show you. Be sure that when it will be released on the test server, I will do one video to show you all of that and to test for sure all of that. Actually, you can follow my actuality on Facebook or Twitter. Buttons are just down of my head. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel to don't miss any of my video. And if you want to support my work, you can click on the P on your screen, and you can also share my video and like it. It's helped me a lot. Thank you guys. Bye bye.